Okay, that's live, so I can minimize that. The recording is started. So I got a few things I want to cover. First and foremost, I'm excited about a few things. Of course, the first thing is a promise delivered. Let's talk about it. Let's understand it. Let's get it under our collar. The software, still working on it. There were some updates made to it. Um, After going over a few of the cycles that we watched go, there had to be an addition made. The addition was made and everything is clean. So each grade is now absolute. I cannot tell you how happy I am to announce that. When I say absolute, that means the math works out. Okay. There were some questions about the math and how it was set up and how it was supposed to operate on a grade by grade scenario. Each grade is separate from the other. Okay. There's 12 of them, and all of them work perfectly. The KYC is yet another challenge. KYC is being done by the cards that you will have in your back office. The question came up, is that card universal to all 12 steps, or is there 12 cards? Because each grade is separate from the other, I thought one card should fix or fit all of them, since there's only one withdrawal box. That eliminated 11 KYCs because they have to do a KYC for each level because there's a different card on each level. That's where the problem came in. One for all or one each. That meant you would have to do a KYC for first grade, second grade, third grade paperwork, mountains of paperwork for them, not us, not me, not you. But you would have had to fill that out for each step. I didn't like that. It's too complicated. It's too many cards, and something is going to go wrong. It's too many cards to keep up with. Okay. People are going to start using this card for that card for this. Forget that they didn't put anything on that card, run it dry. NFC, insufficient funds, INF, NCF, insufficient funds. That's a $35 hit on your account. We don't need that. So one card, one KYC per person, it will work throughout all 12 steps, grades. Making purchases outside of the back office with that card, because I had to ask that question because I opened my mouth and said, oh, well, you could pay your light bill. I was right. I was going to say, how bad did you? I know you did. You can use that card to pay your light bill or whatever. Just make sure you put on the card what needs to be there. So if you're going to take that card and pay the light bill, and the light bill's $300, put 4 on it. You know you got enough, right? Put 4 on there, 15 digits, expiration, 3 digits on the back, done. Paid. That was cleared up. When I told you that the software collapsed because of the KYC, that's why. Because it was trying to figure out how first grade and fifth grade, 2 different KYCs, how do they match? Or how is it that why is there so many cards? They even ask the same question. Why is there so many cards being created for a system where one is enough? So we're done with that. That's done. The next step is these documents and getting people organized. One thing I will say that I'm going to add to the website is DocuSign. And those documents can be signed and sent right there off of the website as your sign up process. Their sign up. Yours, all you guys are already in. You have nothing to worry about. But you will see it on the website. Do not fill out those documents again. Yours are already here for those who did it, which is taking me into the next thing. The groups. You have the greens, which I asked everybody to do if they have the patience to let me open the thing up, get it going, make sure everything is good, and then you start withdrawing, right? That's the greens. Then you had the testers. Then you had the rest of the green list. Out of 325, 300 and some odd people, 26 people filled out the documents. Remember me going, oh, I'm going to go till Thursday, Friday. I was going to send out the thing and I didn't. Then I went to that Monday. 27 people. Let's move on. Got to the white list. Now, the white list was the biggest list. Those are the people that didn't send in $25. Now, mind you, I said out of 325 people, 27 that paid their $25 filled out the forms. What in the living hell? Somebody explain that to me. Move on to the white. The white were the ones that were the last people. No, 25, nothing, no skin in the game, nothing. Sent those out. It's 260. There's a little less than I thought. 270, something like that. I don't know the number, but it's only 2 digits. 25 or 30 people. So here's what I'm not going to do going forward. I'm not going to continue getting on one knee and asking to bless those. Okay, I'm not going to do it. I'm done. What I am going to do is send out a form to everybody. The form is the new list or the family. And that's all of you that are on here, some that, work and they can't come to the call. I understand. And they, listen to the recording. They are still active. They're just not on the screen with us. So when I send this out, all of you will see it. Fill it out. Because once all of you return your information on that list, that will be the family. The other 4 lists that are in my system, like I said, I'm paying $20, $25, $30 for these emails when I send them out. That will be no more because there's not that many of you. So I'm going to shrink our list to those who are participating. I will give everybody the opportunity to sign back up, but this will be it. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I've been carrying that list for 4 years, almost 5 years. That's that 600 that we thought we had. We don't. And it's fine. I understand. It's totally fine. We will have 1,000,000 times that. They're not stopping what we're doing by not participating. That's on them. It's going to be their loss. So when you see this email, and please check your spam, that should be already part of your thought process anytime I send out anything. A lot of people say, I'm not getting anything because I haven't sent anything. But I'm going to send something, if not tonight, tomorrow for sure. Don't worry, you'll probably get it 2 or 3 times because I'm going to use the master list, to which there's 700 entries on there. Some of you are on there, you're on the other one, but it's the master list is all the lists that I have in there. So you may see it twice, only fill it once. Only fill it once. That will be the list I work off going forward. Anybody who, gave up or whatever their reason, that's, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm done. So keep an eye on your email either tonight or tomorrow. And just fill out the form. All it's going to ask you is your information, first name, last name, email, phone number. It doesn't have to be the APD email, just so I can send you an email. So a promise delivered can send you an email. I would prefer you use the email for a promise delivered because that's what it's going to use, that list, those who are participating. So use that email when you sign up. Next thing. I have been watching, almost like Santa Claus, everybody with either chat, emails, texts that I'm getting texts now about the frustration of why it's taking so long. And I really cannot answer that question fully outside of upsetting everybody on this call. And that is, it's out of my hands. I can only go as fast as the man can go to launch. All I'm asking you to do is be patient. I know it's expensive. I get it. I have a solution to that. I haven't got that far yet in the call, but give me a minute. Now that the software is pretty much chopped up, had to chop it up and add a piece, to make sure we got everything good. Every grade is absolute. It was checked by me. It was checked by the programmer and somebody who he had in the office to go through the same numbers that I went through. Sometimes you have to have somebody else look at something to say, yeah, well, that's the same number. And I watched him do it with the calculator. So the numbers are absolute. There's no issue, no problem. I'm extremely excited, as to the point when you see this, a lot of you are not going to believe it. There's a lot of people on that list that didn't and never did believe what I was talking about. And a lot of them didn't sign up because it's taken so long. I get it. It's your choice. The next phase really is just mathematics and making sure everybody is whole. Now, what does that mean? One, it has to be tested and make sure it runs smooth. Once that is accomplished, we add the first group of people. It's supposed to be 75, it's actually 100. 119 to be exact. So 119 people will go in. Those 119 are the testers. All you're going to be able to do for the first 3 to 4 days is look at the back office. Okay? It's in a test mode as we speak. After he finishes tonight, there's some stuff that was added. Then it's going to go into test mode for 3 days. Once it's tested and everything checks, then we put it the first 120 people. Now, I'm going to bring on one of the enrollers. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to get some numbers together, whichever one wants to come forward with those numbers as to what's the count. I know I'm bringing this on you during the call. That's why I'm going to give you a few minutes because I got something else to say. While I'm saying that, if you could get the count off of both lists, green, white, and the first 120 or whatever it is. Okay? So that one list should be one and then the white. And I just need that number. Now, the next objective that's on my heart, and in light of what I'm listening to over the last 2 days, here's the proposal. Not saying that I'm going to do it right now, but here's the proposal. Everybody hold up 3 fingers. Those 3 fingers represents 3 months paid. Now I want you to chill for a minute. No questions on how and what. Just listen. 3 months paid is everybody's account that's green. That's an advance to each and every one of you for 3 months. After that is done, while he's finishing up, the bread basket is going to initiate a promise delivered work. So, in other words, everybody that's in and everybody that's on the list, from the very first person that goes into the system, the bread basket is going to make sure 398 is forwarded to you twice. What's the 398 twice for? 2 accounts in Team Royal. Right? That's the work of a promise delivered. But because it's taking time and it's taken time, I'm going to use what I have coming to me to do exactly what I just said. 3 months for everybody. And then start the 398 for each person that comes into the system. All right. So, what's going to happen is that when we start or are able to launch, until then, that's the plan. So if what I have coming to me comes in over the next 2 to 3 days, that's what I'm going to do. Everybody gets 3 months. And then we're going to start with the very first person on that list, 398 twice, so they can go get their Team Royal position taken care of. Everybody follow me so far? What that does is 2 things. Number one, it gives you a 3-month stretch. So you don't have to worry about paying nothing for 3 months. Then it's going to give you 2 positions, fully vetted. and we start the 3 under 3 while he's finishing up. You're not actually going into it. I'm going to go right off of that list. I'm going to start with the very first person and put them in twice. Team Royal. The next person, 2 positions, Team Royal, and so on and so forth. Nothing out of your pocket. So, what happens when we start a promise delivered? If you happen to be one of those that got the 2 positions soon, like I said, within the next couple of days or whatever, whenever they send it, the first thing I have to do is refunds. That's first. Then I call sister company and take care of 3 months times everybody. Right after that, we start with the list. So when you get into a promise delivered and you get to the 4th grade, what are you going to do? Subscribe. The next time you get there, what are you going to do? Donate. You're already in Team Royal twice. Everybody at that point should be receiving on a massive basis. When 6 people go in like that, that's an automatic $300 bonus. Automatic. And once you get that bonus, you keep that bonus. So if you're at $150 a day, every week you add 300 to that. Okay? That's the plan of action that I have because we have taken so long to get going. They're already talking about some things being released. I can't tell you what that is, and there's no need for you to know. Just know that it's going to take care of some things. That's the proposal. Now, if in the next 6 to 8 days he gets everything squared away, we launch a promise delivered. No problem. But if it goes beyond that and those things come in, that's what I'm going to do. Once we get all that squared away, that list done, everybody should be in and receiving on a daily basis. Then we go take care of the commercial and do all that stuff. By then, APD should be launched and we just roll. That's my proposal. Can I get that number from one of you? Oh, yeah, I got to turn it on. Hold on.
Yeah, white. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start with the green. We have 175 total, and for the white, we have 23, which gives us 198, and we have 13 that we have to send back to get their correct emails and get them rectified. So it'll be 211 altogether.
210, 211. Okay, so that's our
All
number.
right.
Thank you, Ted.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're starting off with, not the 600. It's okay. 210 is 420. So we're almost there anyway. Remember, each person is 2 times. So if there's 210 people on that list or lists with an S, that's 220 positions, Team Royal. Some of you already have a position. So with that math, those numbers, now you see where I can still prove a point. Now I still have to launch to prove a promise delivered, but I'm going to do the sequence because of what's coming to me and some of you. But that's what I plan to do with mine. Set it and forget it. Do I want it back? No. You wasn't going to give it back through a promise delivered, were you? No. Because I already got a couple of people that said, well, do we have to give it back? No. Make sure you do the subscription and make sure you do the donation or donations with an S. Maybe only one donation. We'll see. So that's the proposal from me to you for staying loyal, for staying paid in, like like I requested. It was hard for a lot of you. Some of you couldn't do it. I get it. But before that process happens, I'm going to make sure whoever's blue is green. So you won't miss out if yours is turned off. Turn it back on and then in the two position. This way everybody's whole. And you should start receiving that same day, literally after we do it, as soon as we do it. By the time we get done, you should get an email stating that you just received $20, $50. Some of you, a lot of you are going to be in the $50 mark. Bunch of 20s. Some may even go into the 100 mark. But that's the plan of action. All right. So that's what I plan to do. A lot of people still have this mindset, like Randy was talking about in that scenario. People have a locked mindset in the old style and ways of doing things. And this is what I really wanted to impress upon all of you. Come out of the old way of doing things because it no longer will exist. Come into the new way of doing things because cryptocurrency, digital currency, and that like is going to be the future. So you might as well step on out of the old view and come into the new one. We've had ample time to study, to watch the YouTube videos, to ask questions on the call. Some of you come to the kids' corner and you're getting other education. All I want to see is everybody happy and stop frowning. It's like some of these texts I'm getting is insane. Just be happy that you're part of a system that loves you. Because I could so easily, I'm good. I quit. You win. What good would that do? I can't spend it all by myself. Now I might as well spend some of it with me. All right. That's the proposal. You will know if it's happening because you're going to get a call for what is all the texting? You will get a text for an appointment. Hold on, I'm trying to silence this phone. You'll get an appointment or a call from one of the callers. They will set up the appointment with you and get you on with the enroller. In the appointment, you're going to do it just like you were. They're going to ask you the questions, make sure you got your stuff. If you don't, you'll have the means to get it very shortly. When you get with the enroller, they're going to walk you through the sign up. Okay. When they walk you through the initial sign up, they're going to call you back and sign you up 2 more times. But they have to get information from me first. So you're going to go in once, which is going to create a link. There's already links standing. The jumpstart positions, they have to get the first 3 people, and some of their threes have to be replaced. When you get your call, the first time it's going to be from the caller. The second time you get called, it's going to be coming from the enrollers. They'll have a different link for you to sign up under. And then you sign your second position under that position. I'll say that again. They're only going to give you one link. When they call you the second time, they're going to give you a different link. When you get all signed up, right, and you got your link, you are going to sign up the next 398 under that link. Everybody follow that? Just raise your hand if you follow it. When they give you that link, they're going to get you signed up. They're going to call you back because I have to call them with a new link and $398. You sign up under that link. Once you got that all signed up, they're going to call me. $398 is going to be sent again. And you sign up another position under that one. And that's it. You're done signing up. There's nothing else to do at that point. All you have to do at that point is just live and be happy. And like I said, in 3 months, go ahead and get register that LLC, get its own bank account so it can pay its own bill. Make sure your accounts are set to auto pull out of the e-wallet. It's going to go to that bank account. I would actually pull it to the savings account. Make sure you get a checking and savings. Don't bring anything in and let it sit in the checking. That's a no-no. Bring it in and make it sit in savings account. And then you move up 150 or whatever it is into the checking and let that sit there. But don't bring those big numbers down and put into that checking account, put in the savings. And if you set it to auto, it's going to do it automatically. You don't have to even worry. Just set it up. When you set it up, use the savings account. When it does its auto debit, it's going to go straight to the savings. Every month you pull up 149, 300 or whatever it is. It's going to be 300 because each twin is a 300. A set is 300 every month, right? So that LLC should be paying its own bill, and whatever account you set up for the other account, do it the same way. Checking savings, withdrawal to the savings, you personally move up 300. Because if somebody gets the checking account, you don't want $6,000 sitting in there because they're going to go through it and you won't have it. Then we got problems. If anybody or any of you are doing withdrawals to a bank, if you're withdrawing it down to a checking account, change it immediately because there's going to be a lot of theft going on with these banks. Send it to savings account. Move into the checking what you need to shop with or whatever you're doing. Don't let the lump sum sit in checking. That's a no-no. Okay. What else? All the processes are the same. Um, you will find at the 12th grade, the royalty is 9,175. Can anybody tell me what the 175 is for?
Re-enter.
Start all over.
Sign up in APD again.
Start all over.
Yes.
Okay, so on paper, that's what it's going to be. Any one position, once it gets to the 12th grade, it terminates. That position no longer exists anywhere. But compliments of a promise delivered, you get 175 over the 9,000 so that you can come back to number one. Brand new position. Now you see why I said you only need one. Because it's set up for you to be there for the rest of your life. You don't have to have multiple accounts. It's not necessary. When I tell you that the system and the math is immaculate, it's immaculate. So that's all I have for tonight. Let me stop the recording